How's it going today, guys? Have we done a plumbing video yet? I don't think we have, but today's going to be the day. I was using the sink a couple weeks ago, and the sprayer thingy, I was using it to wash some dishes, and it was stuck on something under the sink, so I started yanking at it, and everything seemed to be okay. But about a week later, my wife said that there's a leak going on underneath the sink. And what happens is when we turn the sink on, there's a little bit of air coming out before you get the water. And there was one time whenever I try to reach the sprayer thingy far, you can actually hear water shooting out underneath the sink. So today was the day that my wife explained to me that it was time to fix that problem. So that's what we're going to do. I've already been under the sink. I figured out what's going on, but I thought I'd just kind of clue you guys in, and maybe you learn something. Maybe you can teach me something, but you know, I enjoy videos, just kind of seeing how things are done. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. The way this works is I have a Delta faucet that I did buy at Home Depot, and the way this connects underneath the sink is there's actually just a couple pieces of plastic under there, and I didn't realize. I thought this plastic was broken. I didn't realize until I went out and bought the new piece that there's supposed to be two little pieces of plastic holding this piece on, and that's why I'm reaching over here. So I went out and got a new piece, but you know, it was like 25 bucks for this. I may be able to get away with just using the old one, so we're going to give that a shot. The sprayer hose comes down here, and if you take a look, I can't get my hand around the cabinet. If you take a look right here, I think the sprayer hose got caught on these two screws here, and when I tried to pull it free, I think it just broke or snapped off those pieces of plastic where things are hooking up above. So my plan of attack for today is, first I want to go ahead and see if I can cut these two screws. Not completely off. I want to leave like a 1/4 inch or so there's something to grab onto if they ever have to be removed. But I want to cut these off long enough that the hose isn't going to get caught on them again. And then hopefully I can just put the old hose back on using the old fittings and secure it. And I've got a band clamp in reserve just in case I need it to help out with that. But I really think that the only thing that went wrong in here was that, you know, just the pressure of pulling it disrupted things. So hopefully I can just reinstall what we had. I normally would probably be working from where you guys are, but what I've got is I've just got a hacksaw blade that I put some tape around so the teeth don't go into my skin, and then I've got a pretty thick leather glove on, and I just want to see if I can cut these screws a little bit shorter. And this is so awkward. And I want to get my other hand in here to hold this, but I can't get around the sink. I'm so afraid I'm going to get stuck in here. Okay. All right, let's see if we can hold it with one hand and saw with the other. Okay, there's one. Okay, there we go. Let's just see if we can round off any sharp edges so we don't end up damaging the hose. My solution for these sharp edges is 1/4 inch fuel line hose. I had some in the garage. So if we just slide that on, it's a pretty tight fit. So that's not going to come off. And hopefully, because that's shorter, it won't bump the hose and catch it. I'm liking that a lot better. So that was the cause of our problem. So let's see if we can actually fix the problem now. Right here, this is the hose fitting. And I thought that these plastic pieces were broken, but I don't think they were. I think that they just came loose when I pulled on the hose. So you see how there's a hole on either side? There's a hole here, and there's a hole here. It looks like all you need to do is kind of thread these things in the holes. And then figure out a way to get this little ring threaded on, which that seems to be the tricky part. So that piece is on. I just don't know if it's going to stay on. My thought is I can always take a band clamp and cinch this down if I need to, but I wouldn't want to put it super tight. But I'm betting that if I just slide this on to the piece under the sink, and I don't think I can show you guys this, you know, it's almost like an air compressor fitting where it looks like you just slide this piece up and it's going to go ahead and latch on to what it needs to latch on to. I've threaded my, my hose for my sprayer thingy through. I'm going to go ahead and put this band clamp on now just in case. It's going to be easier to take off. And then I don't know if you guys can see up here or not, but again, there's like a little piece that's threaded like an air compressor. I just need to push this onto. And it just snapped on there. So in theory, it should work and it shouldn't leak. But the only thing we can do is test. So let's see if we turn the cold water on. You see this, guys? You see how the sprayer hose is coming down right where those screws were? And I don't know if what I do is enough, that if somebody gives it a jerk, it'll come off. Because that was the problem, was that you know, it just got stuck, and I pulled it so hard it got pulled out of where it was. But let's go turn the water on and let me know if you see anything come out, okay? Darn it. So that is clearly not working. So we might have to just go with the new one. But just for laughs. Oh, I don't even know if I can do this. It's so tight. Yeah, I can't get my hands up there to screw that on at the same time as I hold it. That's just not happening. You see this, guys? They got the little clip is coming from the bottom. I had it threaded on from the top. That was probably my problem. Maybe you can learn this lesson before I open the package. And you see this label here? Do not remove clip or coupling from hose. Do not remove clip or coupling from hose. And then it says over here, to remove, press firmly on the base of the couplings. So if you want to take it off, you kind of grab it here and you see how it opens up. So let's thread that through, and I pray this works, because I don't really have anything to go after this. Okay, I did straighten the hose out. It was really coiled, so I tried to take some of the pressure off of it. And now I'm going to actually squeeze the base of the couplings and slide it on. Oh, and it made a nice, darn it. It made a nice clicking noise, but I'm around the dishwasher, so let's see if we can get it off. Come on, baby. There it is, okay. So I didn't take my own advice, and I was around the dishwasher drain. So now we're in good. I'm going to squeeze the base just to be safe and push it on there. Made a good clipping noise. So let's turn the water back on again. We'll just turn the cold on. See what happens. All right, guys, let me know if you see any leaks. Nothing coming out. Oh, see, it's still getting caught. You see that? It's still getting caught in there. I probably have to just put something there that'll stop that from happening. So now I'm using the new spritzer. I don't see anything dripping down, do you? I think we're good. But we're still getting caught. Can you see that? You can't. The new sprayer works great. Everything's wonderful, but I'm still bumping. I'm still bumping right over here. You see right here? Watch what happens when I try to pull the hose out. It's not going to come because it gets stuck. You see that? So what happens is you end up pulling harder to get that out of there, and it doesn't want to come. So I think I just gotta, do something that's going to keep the hose from getting stuck. Maybe just like put a screw eye in the back of that and a bungee cord around it. That might just be all I need. Well, guys, I think we got that one taken care of. It's a little bit of a hack job with that piece of rope back there. But, I don't know what's going on with the hose that it gets caught. I mean, we've probably had this sprayer in there for, I would say, 4 to 5 years. So it's really weird that it all of a sudden starting to get caught. But I'd rather be safe than sorry and put something there. And by the time we put all the junk back under the sink, she's going to be perfectly fine. And I just wanted to show you guys something, all you young guys. Before the internet and before YouTube, you really had to look around for information about, how to do things like this. You could go to the hardware store, and if you were lucky to find a guy who wanted to share information, he would. The hardware store we had, the local hardware store, the guys were a little bit gruff around there, and it was tough to find the info. I now live in a town where there's a place called Newtown Hardware. They're very good. They've been in business for a long time. Perhaps that's why. They know how to take care of people. But back in the day, you would get books like this about plumbing. My wife, before we got married, my wife got me the whole series for these. I'd get one of them a month. And, this was before YouTube. Was this before the internet? The internet was around, but it wasn't as big as it is now. And so I actually pulled this book out today because I had no idea how to get that piece off. And it turns out that a lot of them are actually threaded, and you need a special wrench, like a long reach wrench, to get under there and thread things. But I just thought that was funny because right now I'm sure people watch my video on how to do this when back in the day you had to go to a book or you had to actually go talk to somebody. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to put a box fan pointing under the sink. I'm going to run the box fan for a while, dry things out. I had a whole bunch of towels under there just because it was more comfortable to work. I'll pull the towels out, bring the shop vac in, vacuum up all the little pieces I made under there, and then we'll go ahead and put everything back under the sink, and hopefully we'll organize it at the same time. In my part of the country, to have a plumber come out, you're basically looking at $115, $125 by the time he comes out and does something for 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure by the time you add in the new sprayer, or if they had to go get one, you'd easily be $150, $175, if not more, I don't know. So in my book, this was money saved, and it was just a lot of fun to do. Thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see you soon. Have a great day.